Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Peace Beloved, the podcast. What I'm supposed to say when I ain't see somebody in a long time? Like, hey, big head or something like that? I don't know. It's been a minute, and it was important to me that I came back to let you guys know that the podcast is still alive and thriving. I've been sitting down with some really, really good people, finding inspiration in places that I don't know if I could say I needed to find it, but like I've been finding inspiration and being inspired by by a few people around me. Not a lot. Some people are just around me just to be around me. So no shot at them, but a lot of niggas I be around sometimes don't really inspire me. But the message that I want to convey to you guys right now is because it's something that I really wanted to say to you guys, and I just really wanted to say, podcasting is fucking hard, bro. This shit is really hard, and I just want you guys to know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a few people, quite a few, a good number of people reached out to me to find out, hey, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. I want to do it. I want to know what I need. It's a lot of stuff that you're going to need that you might not have access to. But the main thing that you are going to need is you're going to have motivation. You're going to be driven and inspired. And if you plan on doing it with somebody else, which is always easy to do it with other people, it's important for those people to be inspired too. It's important for those people to be motivated and to be passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you work with people that's passionate about stuff and your thing might not be the thing that they're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? And that comes to me from just my experience when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like podcasting and attempting to podcast. I've reached out to quite a few people about coming to sit down, and yeah, it's like a lot of times it's a lot of work to get people to just come sit down and talk. You know what I'm saying? People always talking and running their fucking mouth anyway, so you would expect that it would be easy. It's really not. It's not as easy as you would think it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's been my experience. It's tough to get people to just come sit down and talk. I don't know if it's the location in which we record out of, or if it's just the lights and the cameras and the microphone that might be a little bit unnerving to some people. But I just don't know. I don't know what exactly that it is that get people to be this way, but it is what it is. So for that reason and that reason, mostly the name of this episode is going to be, of course, Flying Solo. Because I don't know if you can really tell, because I'm really pretty much zoomed in on myself. I don't have anyone with me. You're not going to hear any other voices this podcast. So if you tuned in, if you got past the name of this episode, if you scrolled, you saw the name of this episode, and then you thought enough to click on this episode and expected to hear another voice, you're not going to hear another voice. This is the voices that you're going to hear. And I'm a little bit stuffy in this area because I don't know what's going on, but I got something going on. You know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to just touch on that because I just want people to understand, like, this podcast and shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? If you just one of those people that like the sound of your voice and would just like to sit down and just talk for other people to hear you, then you're going to be like, you're going to have a moderate amount of success, because the hard part is putting the content together, getting the content out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you one of those people that could just sit in front of a microphone and ramble like I'm about to do for however many minutes I decide, I don't know if I'm going to go for 25, 28, 30, or an hour. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see myself sitting here rambling for an hour, but I do have a few things that I do want to talk about and touch on. You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about these things before they get too old. They really want a few of the things that's running the headlines right now as far as pop culture and hip hop culture goes. But that's one of the things that I really want. The first thing that I wanted to say was to let y'all niggas know, like, podcasting is really, really hard. It's super difficult when you have a platform, or you're trying to build a platform and based around conversation and talking to people. If you don't have connections with people that's motivated to come sit down and talk, you're gonna have a tough time. I'm the living and breathing example of that. Plus, the way that I am as far as I can't say business relationships, but like I'm not really good at asking for stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I have a tough time asking for stuff and asking people to do favors for me. So, niggas ain't gonna come fuck with me because niggas can't read my mind. You know, always say, old people always say, a closed mouth don't get fed. I don't know if they still say that, but a lot of times they say a closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't put the things out there that you want to happen, they're not gonna happen because nobody knows you want them to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've really been away. I don't have any real good reason for being away for as long as I have been away. The only reason I have for being away is like I just I couldn't find nobody to work with, so I just wasn't motivated to come sit down here and talk. And I appreciate the guys that do fuck with me because I don't want y'all to think that I wasn't thinking about y'all and I didn't want to put out content. It's just a little tough. I know y'all don't want to see my ugly face for an hour or 45 minutes, however long I choose to go when I'm sitting here by myself. Um, yeah. So that was the tough part. Just getting past me. You know what I'm saying? At this point, for these last few weeks, I've been gatekeeping myself. And I hadn't even realized that Sweets Unmuted and the one God Forgot About was so long ago until I was I'm on YouTube a lot. So I was scrolling through my YouTube and I noticed that it was like 6, 7 months ago, both of those, 7 months ago, 6 months ago, respectively. You know what I'm saying? Sweets Unmuted and then the one God Forgot About. And then a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago now, I uploaded my third episode, which was the one with Hollywood Highs. I didn't upload it to YouTube because the video, I was kind of still working with the video. The video was a little tough. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't know if it was a lighting issue, if it's something that I could fix, I could correct via computer or whatever. That was one of the issues with the audio came out awesome. I sat down, I talked to my brother. We had an awesome conversation. Shout out to Hollywood Highs. But when it came to the video, the light was like, I don't know if it was a light issue, if it's something I could brighten up because I'm not really technologically savvy or as far as like video editing and things like that. Even though I do all of my own editing, I do all of my own work. It's just me in here. But I'm not sure if that's something that I could fix on the computer or if I could just go into an app and just, fix it like that. But it was just something that's just been something that's been a problem for me. So that's all that is. But shout out to Haas because we did put that episode out. I put that episode out a couple weeks ago. Even though we did it a long time ago. That episode was I actually did that not too long after I did. Maybe I did it first. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when we did that episode, but I know it was earlier on in this year, and it was a dope conversation. I had fun. If you don't know, if you didn't check it out, check it out. It's a good conversation. We talk about a lot of shit. It was so long ago that I don't actually remember exactly what we spoke about, but I do remember us talking about me being a regular nigga, Haas being a fly nigga, having a lot going on and shit, having living a rock star lifestyle, and what we would do if we won the lottery. It's an interesting conversation. You should check it out. But yeah, podcasting is hard. You know what I'm saying? And the name of this episode is Flying Solo. I don't know if I said that already, but that was a conscious decision that I made to just start putting out content on my own. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta get in here and put it out for you to see it. Whatever you want to do with it, you do with it. You want to watch it, watch it. You want to listen, listen. If you don't, whatever, skip past it. I appreciate you. I appreciate the energy that you put forth to even click on my link. And that's love. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys, everybody, whether you subscribe or you don't. I would appreciate it if you subscribe. Right? So, like I said, make a decision to part alone. That was a decision I made because it's like, it is so difficult to get people to come in and sit down and have these conversations and talk about, even though I do put a lot of work in to conversations. So if I say to you, hey, come sit down with me, let's have a conversation, I'll start writing the conversation points that I want to hit right then and there. Like once you agree to it, I'm writing the questions. I'm writing the episode right then and there. I'm writing this whole shit from top to bottom, from fucking 001 seconds to minute, hour, whatever, however the fuck long it goes. I'm writing this shit to these points to everything that I want to hit. But people don't show up. People change their minds. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just do it myself. I'm going to go in here and do it myself because I have a goal that I want to reach. And I've been getting a lot of signs and I've been hearing people a lot say, yo, just work, do the work, put the work out there. If you like it, you love it, you passionate about it, just do the shit, put it out, put it out, put it out. And that wasn't my energy. My energy was like, nah, I gotta be I gotta want people to see it. I want people to, and I've been noticing a lot of people doing shit just to do it. And I don't think they ever thought that one of these days that they would be in a position to where they would look back and be like, yeah, I was just doing that shit just to put it out. Now look at me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this shit comes from nowhere. I've listened to people and heard people that do podcasts and that are uh, personalities via Instagram or Twitter, whatever the case may be. They are personalities, and it was like, yo, I just did this shit, and this shit worked. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mona. Don't call me white girl. You know what I'm saying? I like her a lot. And if you listen to 500 Questions the podcast, you're gonna see that I talk about her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I really fuck with her. Got the chance to meet her when I was down at Trap Karaoke in Philly, and she's just cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to. Hopefully, I get to see her again, type shit, and get to chop it up with her for real because she's fly as fuck. And you know how y'all know if y'all know me, the people that's what if you checking this out and you know me personally, you know how I am on good energy. But yeah, the decision to part alone was a big one that I made. It's like, nigga, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it because you waiting on people. Like, don't wait on nobody. Just do your shit. You know what I'm saying? Put your shit out there. And then I don't want people to think just because I'm making this the name of this episode is Flying Solo, and I'm talking about the decision to just do the shit by myself. That guests aren't allowed. Guests are still allowed, 100%. Like I encourage people to pull up. If you want to have a conversation with me, you're more than welcome to come here and have these conversations with me. Okay, yeah, my bad. I had a brain fart. You're more than welcome to come here and have these conversations with me. Guests are more than welcome. I would love for people to show up and have conversations with me. That's fire as fuck. Like, I love talking to people. I love talking with people. I love having conversations. I love people picking people's brains. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the process of creating and conversating. It's conversating the word. We always do this. I don't know. I enjoy the art of creating and talking. I prefer the listening part more. I'd rather listen more than I talk. But for the sake of the podcast and the content creation, we can't do that. We got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't want you to think just because I said I'm the name of this episode is Flying Solo, and I did talk about podcasting alone that I discourage guests. No, guests are more than welcome. I have so many people, a long ass list of people that I would love to talk to. Real quick point: I really enjoy listening to Killer Mike talk. Killer Mike is on my new list of people that I love to hear talk. It was Rick Ross. It was, of course, it was Jay-Z. Jay-Z always got some profound shit to say. It seems like everything that comes out of his mouth is profound. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if Jay-Z came out, if one of these water brands partnered with Jay-Z and Jay-Z just got on a commercial, took a sip of the water and said, "Just drink the water, man," and took another sip and walked away, I think that would fucking grow water. Like, that would get people to drink more water, like, on a fucking astronomical level. I think it would be the most huge thing that ever happened to fucking water sales ever. If Jay-Z was to just be like, just drink more water, man. It'd be crazy. Yeah, but I don't know why I just said that. I just got caught off guard. But I like to listen to Killer Mike. I like to listen to Jay-Z. I like to listen to Rick Ross talk. Mona. I like to hear Mona make her points. I like to hear my brother talk Mouse. I like to hear Reek talk. The original black man. I always forget the name of Reek podcast. I'm so sorry. And it's one of my favorite podcasts. The Good Brother Experience. That's one of my favorite podcasts. Check it out. It's everywhere you listen to podcasts. But yeah, those people, I can listen to these people talk for hours. You know what I'm saying? And I'm inspired by them. Q, you my brother too. I love to hear you talk, but I love to interact with you more than I like to listen to you talk because the more I interact with you, the more I stoke that fire and the anger. You know how angry you get. But shout out to you, but I just want to say, I just want to put that out there. Killer Mike is now on my list of good people that I love to listen to talk. I think I spoke to this already. Finding guests is hard. This shit is so hard. Like, even though I have decent relationships with people and we have a rapport and we've had conversations in passing or relatively frequently, you know what I'm saying? Like, we speak because we are friends. It's tough to find people to get up here. Like, it's tough. It's tough because it's obviously conversations that I want you guys to hear, but the problem about my conversations with these people that I consider my friends is a lot of times our conversations are just so organic. Like it's just conversations that just happen. You know what I'm saying? We just talk, we just end up talking and we talking about all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the tough part. The tough part is coming here, sitting down, having these conversations and just, you know, people just speaking in front of a camera. And a lot of times that's tough for people. You know what I'm saying? That's really tough a lot of times. So finding guests is hard. It's one of the harder things that you can do when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always like a timing issue, a subject issue, a subject matter issue, or a lot of people don't really know. When people think about podcasting and interviews and just the state of the culture, period, right now, all the things that you can't say because there's a lot of buzzwords and shit like that. They always think about, damn, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna say some shit I can't say, and I'm gonna get this nigga shit canceled, and I'm gonna get myself canceled, and we all gonna be in trouble and everything. But it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? One thing, if you're not familiar with podcasting, it's a motherfucking button you could press to fucking cut all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You could snip and cut all of that shit out. And then like, if it's offensive, just don't say it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's offensive and you're attempting to make a point, you just have to preface it with things. You have to make your point first and then say, this is crazy. You have to preface it first. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to say the offensive thing using an example of this offensive thing before you say the thing that's offensive. Because if you just go out there and say, oh, I don't like this, this, and this, and that could get cut up and that could get, you know what I'm saying? So it would be better for you or us, me, don't get me canceled, if you would just preface what you had to say and not necessarily just come out here just saying like flamboyant shit. But yeah, you could come up here, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you say it, when you say it, like in your intent into which you say it. If you're saying it to be harmful, of course you're going to get canceled. Of course we're going to get shut down. Of course YouTube is going to kick my shit off and everything like that. Apple, Spotify, all these people that carry our podcast, my podcast, they're going to kick my shit off because we're up here saying inflammatory shit and we're fucking disrespecting people and we're just being like terrible people. And if you're a terrible person, you don't deserve a platform to speak to people in a large number or a moderately large number of people. However many people are going to tap into this podcast, you're going to know via YouTube, but that's not going to say how many people listen to my shit. Shout out to my millions and millions of listeners. Thank you for your view. Thank you for your view. I appreciate it. But yeah, you just can't. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, but you just gotta be good with words. That would be your best weapon. That would be your best weapon in this fight against cancelization or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like being canceled. You gotta just be good with words. You gotta just make people understand. You gotta make people understand your point without being disrespectful or rude. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing for you. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say about that. Like, yeah, you could come up here and say pretty much basically whatever the fuck you want to say. It's just all about how you say it and the way in which you gotta dress it up nice. I'm not telling you to come up here and be a piece of shit to people because that's never the point, but you dress that shit up the right way. You can pretty much say whatever you want to say and say it to whoever you want to say it to. You know how people always be like, with all due respect, and they say some disrespectful shit, or they say respectfully. That's the new thing now. Niggas say, motherfuckers, people say respectfully, and they say some disrespectful shit, some shit that could get them punched in the face. That's all it is. It's just all about dressing it up. You know what I'm saying? But come up here and express yourself. Let's have these conversations. Let's talk. Flying solo, but not necessarily alone. You another motherfucker that want to fly solo? Let's fly solo together. What else? What else would I want to go to? I also want to speak about me getting back passionate about music because for a while, I used to be passionate as fuck about music. I used to love it so much. Like everything about my life, I would incorporate music, eating, walking, working out, sex, work, read. I would read and listen to music at the same time if that's not crazy. Cleaning up. Everything I did, I incorporated music. I wish there was a way that I could legally produce and incorporate music. If I knew how to create music, I said produce. But if I knew how to make music, that would be something that I would do all the fucking time. You would not have access to me. because I would be making music. I love creating things and I love learning, but I don't think I'll ever have the thing in me to be able to create music and produce music on any level. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm getting back passionate about music because I used to incorporate that shit in my life, and music is everything to me. Music has saved my life. Music has done wonders in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me and music. I have this thing with music where it's like, if it wasn't for music, there would be no me because music has done so much for me. Music is my savior. Shout out to Mims. You know what I'm saying? Music literally is my savior because no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what's on my mind, where I am emotionally or mentally, there's a song for that. And as music goes, music has brought me back from a lot of places, a lot of dark places. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in my darkest place and I'm in my darkest space as far along as I could possibly be. I'm at the point of no return, and I'm so fucked up and so down. And then you hear that music, you know what I'm saying? You hear that music back where you need to be. That music will bring you back right there. You know what I'm saying? You just follow the tunes type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to get back passionate about it because I'm like a casual listener right now. I'll throw something on in the car. I'll have my phone play some music and shit like that, but I won't really hunt music down and listen to music and find new artists and listen to their shit. You know what I'm saying? I hear people talk about music and it's like, for whatever reason, I just really don't have that spark anymore. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I wish it wasn't like that, but it is like that right now. And I hate that for myself. So what I'm doing right now for myself is I'm pushing myself to go walk back in the direction of music and listen. And if I had friends that created music regularly, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Luca, shout out to Illinois, shout out to JU. If I have friends that, like, if those guys created music regularly, like they were in the studio, and I promise y'all I wouldn't be in the way. I would love to go and follow along with y'all process and just watch, listen. Like, creating shit is like, it gets my wheels going. You know, if, as a creative, being around, I consider myself a creative because this is me creating a type of art. As a creative, to watch people create is like, it's important, it's stimulating and motivating. It's a lot of things. And I can fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate the art of creating music and just creating. And I feel like being around creatives, people that create, will make me a better creator. I said create a lot of times, but yeah, I respect it. But I really want to get back passionate about music because it's always been important to me. And I just want to be one with music again. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the guy that get the aux cord and fumble it. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers get the aux cord and drop a dud. You know what I'm saying? That'll fuck the whole car ride vibe up type shit. You go into a function, motherfucker get the aux cord, play some Celine Dion. Well, no, I can't say Celine Dion because Celine Dion might keep the vibes going. Depending on who it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the guy. I just don't want to be the guy that fuck up the vibes with terrible music. Because that's like that's a big deal where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And the people that I respect don't respect people that get the aux and go and fumble it. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the YK Osiris and Sukiana, the young lady Sukiana. I wasn't familiar. I wasn't familiar with Suki, so her music is semi new to me. I'm just now coming around to experiencing her and being able to do research about it because I honestly never heard her name before. And the YK Osiris dude too. Like, these are two people that I wasn't really familiar with. I'm still not really familiar with the dude YK Osiris. I just know that these are two black youths, two black youths. Shout out to my cousin Vinny, two black youths. These are two black youths that pretty much just sparked a controversy in pop culture and hip hop culture with their recent interaction via the Crew League. So those of you that don't know, I'm pretty sure you heard of it by now because I've been waiting to talk about this for a couple days now. I was gonna speak about it on 500 Questions, the podcast, but we hadn't recorded. But shout out to those guys over there. We'll see y'all. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Um. So this is just the skinny. This is the skinny real quick. The skinny of it. Sukiana was sitting at the Crew League reporting on the sideline. I don't know if she was like commentating on the game or whatever, but she was sitting on the sideline. She had a microphone. She was with Lil Duval and Funny Marco. Dude walks up behind her and starts rubbing her shoulders and attempts to kiss her on the mouth. She says stop. He laughs, walks away, comes back and does it again, attempts to kiss her on the mouth. And she then, fast forward, they proceeded to say, she says she felt attacked or whatever. She was scared to stand up for herself because she had experienced a similar interaction with another guy on a different podcast that was just pretty much attempting to throw his dick into her body and to eat her ass and all this other crazy as shit. Candy Burris, I think her name podcast, the podcaster, her co-host was being like aggressively vulgar toward this young lady. So this had been the second interaction with a man that was being not necessarily either verbally or physically, not both, verbally or physically violent, I guess. They was, motherfucker was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So this had been her second interaction, and I don't know the time span. But yeah, so she had been assaulted twice. Once verbally, once physically. Yeah, and I just want to say, like, protect black women is still a thing. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't gone away. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, this dude, YK Osiris, I don't know how old he is. I don't know his history with women. But he does deserve to be taught a lesson. I saw something that said he should get his ass beat. That's a fact. Anytime anybody assaults anyone, anytime anyone attacks anyone in any way like that, a black woman especially, you make a black woman feel uncomfortable, you attack a black woman, you deserve to get your motherfucking ass beat. Now another conversation was he should be was it prosecuted? Basically, he should be locked up. Now, the way I feel about that is this. He is a young man. He should be held accountable. And even though I don't want black men to have experienced jail, if he does exhibit predatory behavior, he needs to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? But if he is a younger dude that misread some cues, even if you did misread the cues, I'm not even going to shoot you no bail. Because even if you did misread the cues and you just misread the energy in the room, she said stop. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, you can't not. Stop means stop. Stop means no. So you can't say you heard anything other than stop, because stop is stop. I don't want to see him locked up. I don't want to see his whole life stripped away from him because he's just an idiot. But ignorance is never a defense. So even though you are an idiot, idiots have to be held accountable too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like somebody saying like, well, I didn't know you can shoot black people because all my life, my grandfather was telling me they deserve to be dead. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just go, that can't be your defense. So I'm kind of like back and forth with it because I don't want to see his life stripped away from him. I don't want to see him like, in a prison cell. You know what I'm saying? But that was rape. It was kind of rape. Yeah. It was a physical, yeah. You kissed on the lips, you attempted to stick your tongue in her mouth, whatever the situation is, that was rape. That was an assault. So I can't really say I'm going back and forth now. Now I think I just talked myself out of my own argument. I really feel like he should be held accountable. Yes, he deserved to get his ass beat. I don't know how much of a predator he is, if he ever exhibited predatory behavior before, but that was predatory behavior. That was an attack. You do deserve to be held accountable. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure now at this point. I really had a point I wanted to make, but now I think I just talked myself out of it. So I think maybe now I'm more leaning towards, lock that nigga up. Put that nigga the fuck in jail. I guess. Fuck it. Like, you You do the crime, you have to do the time. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you attack a black woman and make a black woman feel uncomfortable in such a public place like that, that's for millions of, I don't know how many viewers Accrue League get. I'm gonna say millions because they work with rappers and R&B artists. I've seen Chris Brown on that platform before. I've seen Waka Flocka on that platform. I've seen quite a few young 21 Savage, 2 Chainz. I've seen quite a few uh, prominent entertainers on their platform. So I'm gonna say their viewership is in the upwards of 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Millions, or at least hundreds of thousands. So yeah, you attack that woman in front of hundreds of thousands to millions of people, and you do deserve to be held accountable. And yeah, maybe you do need to go to jail. I hate to say it because I don't want that for black men and I don't want that for young boys especially. But at the same time, predatory behavior is predatory behavior. And if you get a slap on the wrist, who's to say that your next victim is only going to get a kiss on the mouth? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, nah, I really can't co-sign any other thing but prison time for you. She should file charges. She says he issued an apology. The young lady Suki says she accepted the apology. I don't know if that's enough because we have situations, we have hundreds of, not hundreds, but we have quite a few examples of men feeling like they could do whatever they want to do and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as we all see, Trey Songz is catching a lot of backlash right now. R. Kelly caught all of the backlash. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby. And I'm not necessarily putting him up there with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, but like at the end of the day, a predator is a predator. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you attack one woman or you attack 20, you're attacking women, my nigga. So you gotta go up the river. Nah, but like, yeah. If you out here attacking black women, making black women feel uncomfortable, making black women feel unsafe in any capacity, you wildin'. And I can't jack that. I can't support that. I can't get behind that because protect black women is the thing. I have a daughter. I have sisters. I have women that I love with all my heart and all my soul. And if at any point in time I felt like somebody that I love was attacked or, made to feel the way that I can't speak for how she felt, but if somebody that I care about was attacked and made to feel the way I think she felt, I got to do something to you. And now now you not only stripped away that woman's right to safety, you stripped away my life too because I'm going to take away your life. Now it's just a cascade of things that could have happened. And yeah, you do deserve to get your ass beat. You do deserve to be held accountable for your actions. And you attack someone rapily, you got to go to jail. You got to go to jail. That's my only thing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna segue into the tearing down black men, or holding black men accountable because of that situation with Waka Osiris, and then the situation with Russell Simmons, in which Kimora Lee Simmons and her daughter, and her and Russell Simmons' daughter, went to social media to blast Russell Simmons because of the way that he was handling them. You know what I'm saying? How he went about handling them and interacting with them and all of those things. Whether they said he mistreated them and he made them feel like shit, or he was a certain type of way with them. I didn't know if they were that's where my confliction came in, because I didn't know if they were holding him accountable or if they were attempting to tear him down. Because a lot of times it's a fine line. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily know what the intent is until the damage is already done. So if they put this message out here, oh, he's a terrible person and he does this and he treats us like this, he doesn't do anything, and he left us poor or some shit like that. Whatever their argument is, I don't know if it's like hold him accountable. Like, bro, you're a media mogul. You own companies, whatever. Like a lot of times I listen to Dame Dash, I can listen to him talk to another great speaker. Just because you have things, that doesn't mean you have money. You know what I'm saying? Because the money that you make from these things keeps these things alive. So you might have money to live, but you don't have money to spend. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just did the Shakespeare shit, but I just did it. Whatever, it happened. So I don't know if they see that these things that he has, and they expect there to be monies from these things, but those monies is what he's living off of, and the rest of the monies is going back to keeping these things alive. I don't know if they were attempting to say like, listen, he is this and he doesn't do this, and whatever the case may be. I don't know what their intent is, whether they were attempting to hold him accountable, or if they were attempting to tear him down. That's another thing. So it's like I honestly don't know their intent, but just for me being on the outside looking in and attempting to do a podcast and give my opinion, I would more so lean toward them attempting to tear him down and make him look away to the masses because you put it on social media. You are so like there are other ways of holding men accountable that don't do or don't handle their business. So you could. I'm not gonna go into the listed thing. I was just about to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was about to go down a long list of shit that you could do to hold niggas accountable for the things that they either do or don't do. I'm not gonna do that because that's not my place and that's not my business. But I'm pretty sure, like you come to Jersey City, you come to New York, Jersey City, and you just go to the hood anywhere. These women that tell you how to hold a nigga accountable, how to get your shit from a motherfucker. I be doing that shit. I get motherfuckers fucked up, but it's ways to go about it, and I really feel like this age of the internet and social media is really, 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 really fucking us up as a people. Because like, why are you going to the internet? Why do we all need to know this? Like, if he is a bad person, if he's generally and legitly a bad person, it's gonna come out. Like, look at all the sexual assault shit. You know what I'm saying? Trey Songz shit came out. Russell Simmons shit came out. What's the nigga name? Not Bernie Madoff. What's the old white nigga? It might be Bernie Madoff. I don't know the nigga name. But, excuse me. Old white nigga shit came out. Bill Cosby shit, I probably said it right. R. Kelly shit came out. Trey Songz. Everybody's shit coming out. Like, if you out here doing some shit, the shit is gonna come out. If you're a terrible person, that shit is gonna come out. It's like, it's the nigga Jay said, shout out to Jay-Z the God. The nigga said it's only so long fake dogs can pretend. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Like, you really can't hide who you really are for that long because eventually it's gonna come out. Was done it Tyler Perry. Shout out to that nigga. I don't know if he wrote it, if that was his place. It was done in the dark. What's done in the dark will come to the light. Period. So it's nothing you could do about. It's but so much you could do to hide who you truly are. Eventually, a mask is gonna fall off. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it. Like, I don't know. Like, and I was kind of perplexed as to even where I stood as far as that subject matter goes, because I wasn't sure if they were actually trying to tear him down or if they was just holding the nigga accountable. Like, bro, this dude is a fucked up person. Y'all idolizing this nigga because this nigga could fold his legs in a weird way, but this nigga is actually a bad person. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the intent was. It appeared to be like, a teardown because you made it public. Once you made it public, it was like now everybody, now he's in a court of public opinion. Oh, this nigga fucked up. Oh, this nigga not. Now I get to sit here and say what I think or how I feel about it. And that's not really cool sometimes. Sometimes it's not cool, even though he is a bad person to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Every story need a villain, I guess. Yeah, I think that's it, man. But I did want to make a point too, because all of this talk about, you know, black men and Suki and YK and Russell Simmons. I wrote down this point. I said how people speak of you says just as much, if not more, than how they speak to you. So reputation and everything is cool, but your presence as far as them conversation goes is just as important. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way people speak to you and the way people speak of you is just as important, if not more, as how they speak to you. Because a lot of times, motherfuckers gonna say whatever they want to say to your face. They're gonna say how they feel, what they want, type shit, whatever, at any point in time, right? When you're not around. but they might not necessarily echo those sentiments to your face. So you're gonna say this to my face, and when I'm over here talking to you, the person that I was just talking to over here and them, they're having a totally different conversation. And I feel like that's corny. I feel like that's whack. But that's a reality. So I just always want to tell you to carry yourself in the highest light. Do your best to be the best version of yourself. Everybody's not gonna like it. Everybody's not gonna fuck with it. Everybody's not gonna be accepting of it. But it is what it is. All you can do is do your best. I always tell my kids to be respectful and be respectable at all times. You know what I'm saying? Put your best foot forward. Be who you genuinely are, but be respectful and so you can be respectable at all times. You know, and I want to say, because I've been away so long as far as the podcast goes, I really do still love this. I really do still enjoy it. I really still want y'all to fuck with me. I really want y'all to subscribe, like, rate my shit. Leave me feedback in the comments. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Leave me feedback I'm going to pop out this episode description. We're going to talk about everything. I want all the feedback. Even if you don't like my shits, even if you don't like the videos, you could thumbs down the videos and just, or the audios. You could thumbs them down. You could give them a 1 star. Just let me know. Give me some feedback. Let's talk about why you gave me what you gave me. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck with it heavily or you don't fuck with it at all, let me know. I'm here for all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, like I started to say, I've been going for so long and I still do love this, and I'm gonna do better. I promise. I always say that shit, but I promise to God, on my mother and on the heads of my children, I'm gonna do better. So if I can give you guys anything, if I can tell you guys that's thinking about it, that want to do it, just create. That's another note that I wrote down. Create. Just keep pushing forward, keep striving. Even if you don't put the thing that you make out, like you make a video, if you don't put it out, keep working. You're going to find a spot. You're going to come to a point where it's like, you know what? That thing I did 2 days ago, that shit was kind of hard. So I'm going to put it out. That was my mentality with Words from Union. Because it was like, I was recording a lot of them and I wasn't really feeling them the day that I did them. I felt, if I did 5, I felt I was liking like 1 or 2. And then like after a couple of days went past, I was like, yo, yeah, I got to put that one out because that one was hard too. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a space where you're creating content, be it a podcast, be it a blog, a vlog, whatever you're gonna do, just do it. Do that shit. Create, because that's the message and the sign that I've been getting a lot lately. I've been getting that message and that sign a lot. So it's important to me to share those sentiments with each and every one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's important to me. It's important to me that you do what you want to do and what makes you the most happiest. You know what I'm saying? It's important to me that the people that fuck with me are happy. So with that being said, I just want to say create. And just keep going. Keep pushing, keep striving forward. That's all. And that's it. I don't got nothing else to say. I'm gonna just drink my water. Just drink the water, man. I'm gonna pitch that. Jay-Z should do that shit because he would fucking water sales would go through the roof. I promise to God. I know that for a fact. But hey, let me get up out of here. I appreciate you guys coming back. And hopefully you're going to come back because I'm going to have another episode out next week. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. It's going to be a lot more organized. And it's just going to be dope. This shit is going to be dope because I'm going to put my all into it because I honestly don't have anything else going on. This is all I have. This is all I want. And it's going to be the best because I want it to be the best. Maybe I'll get a co-host. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be drunk. Maybe I'll be sober. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes, where it goes, and we'll see what's best for us. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thank you. I appreciate y'all for being patient with me, pulling up, saying what's up, tapping on my link. I am Union Jackson. I am flying solo. This has been another episode of Peace Beloved, the podcast. Thank you. Peace, beloved.
Peace, beloved.
Peace, beloved.
Peace, beloved.
Peace, beloved.
Peace, beloved.
Peace, beloved.